787.
787 departure frequency 95 will be 1257.
257, thanks.
Jordan Peterson talks about when you get an aim, or when you're trying to find an aim, you don't really have to. And you know what's funny? Now that I think about it. So anyway, everyone that's listening, I used to record my settings with Adam, so animator. So I'd get a meeting with Adam, and I'd have something to talk about. And sometimes it was stuff like about how to write stories or how to create characters or all kinds of stuff. And then other things were like more mentorship, like I need help, kind of figuring out what to do with my life, or, here's my questions about God or religion. And I always record those on my phone. Well, Kelsey pointed me in the direction of rev.com, and I've used Rev before, but Rev has a new like computer AI system that takes your audio and puts it in an audio, a literary format. Tremendous. It would have taken me 3 weeks to transcribe all this stuff. I transcribed almost all of it this week, and it's great. But anyway, so when you're finding your aim, and a lot of kids will do this, and you did the same thing. You sat inside this California apartment for the longest time. You're like, I don't know what to do.
Shit.
I don't know what to do.
Mm-hmm.
You watched Netflix all day, folded laundry. You didn't do much. You were
Nothing
very
too
isolated.
crazy.
You were just so isolated. You didn't go out, nothing.
No.
But you were suffering greatly, right?
Yes. Yeah.
And what Jordan Peterson would say is just do something. So think about what you want to do and get as close as you can to that thing.
Mm-hmm.
So for you, it was how good did you feel from being in the apartment to getting a job at a random clothing store?
Better.
Way better.
Yeah.
I'm not saying it's perfect.
It wasn't anything of my dreams, but way better.
Absolutely. Way better. It wasn't anything of your dreams, but it was a step in the right direction, because now you have a little bit of structure.
Yeah.
Now you met new friends.
Mm-hmm.
Remember Angel, and I don't remember the guy's name, Greg,
Who's
maybe.
Angel?
I think he worked across.
Oh, Angel.
Greg?
Yeah.
What was it?
Mike.
Mike. There's Mike.
Angel, Mike, Katie.
I mean, a lot of people that you met, and they became your friends,
Mm-hmm.
and you're still friends with some of them on social media.
Yeah.
So that gave you a little bit of structure. But what Jordan Peterson would say is just pick something and go towards it.
Right.
And when you get there, you'll do it for a little bit, and you'll go, no, this is not quite it, and you adjust your compass, and then you go, boom, and you jump. And so you it's what Jordan says, you're stumbling forward. You're stumbling forward to the thing, to the sun that you're talking about, that thing in the distance. You can't just directly go to it. Maybe some people do. Maybe some people are like, hole in one, I got it. But most people are stumbling towards it. And what Adam was saying today was that he was on this PhD committee, and these kids would come in and they'd say, here's my question that I'm going to ask, and here's the thing I'm going to answer. And Adam goes, well, have you done any research yet? And the kid's like, no, not yet. And he's like, well, then how do you know what's the right question to ask?
Right.
Because verbatim, he said, if you know the right question to ask, you already know the answer. So basically, this mentor meeting that I had with him, he's like, you spiral your questions. You have some questions, and you go out and you answer those as best you can. And once those are kind of answered mostly or all the way, you readjust your questions, you answer again, and then you go out again, and you can continue that until you come to the point where it all comes together.
Right.
You don't just answer. The first question is not the last question. It's the first question. Then you go out and answer that, and you go, oh, here's more questions. It's kind of like if you learned a program like Photoshop or Illustrator. It's like,
yes, I still have questions.
yeah, you always will, because you'll get more, and you're like, whoa, maybe if I can do this, or if
Yeah.
I can do this. I mean,
Yeah.
but people they get so and me too, I was the same way. They get so one-minded. They're like, okay, I'm going to go and I'm going to study. I'm going to be a real estate agent. And I'm going to be a real estate agent for all my life, And it's like, no, you're not.
Yeah.
You probably won't.
Yeah.
In our day and age.
That's the mindset around here, though.
Anywhere.
Most of the time, that's the mindset around
Feels
here.
like forever.
Yeah. Well, that's also what they grew up in. I don't know about you, but all of our parents still almost have the same jobs.
Well, it doesn't have to be with jobs. It could be anything. It's like, I'm going to do
like,
this, and I'm going to live in this house forever. And
Yeah.
it's like, chill out, bro.
Yeah.
How many things have
not
lasted?
bad.
None. They all stop. Good, bad. They all
Yeah.
stop. Unfortunately and pleasantly.
You just made this sad.
It's the truth, though.
It is truth. It is truth. It's not always fun. It's definitely not always fun. But that's why you gotta have new beginnings.
Mm-hmm. Well, and that goes back to your high school thing.
Yeah.
I don't want to leave high school. It's the same thing I feel kind of about Red Oak. Like when I get really down, like, oh God, I could go back to Red Oak.
Yeah.
Because it's familiar.
Yeah. Don't get me wrong. I do not want to go back to high school.
I would. You give me the same head. You let me take everything I got right now. Let me go back to high school.
Okay, well, that makes sense.
Well, would you do that?
I thought you were just saying head.
I'd get everyone to give me head. I'd be like, I run this fucking school. I'd be principal by the first week.
Oh, shit.
SciFi In the beginning.